Welcome. We out here in Miami with the famous boy band. They call themselves FTF Phantom Task Force. We're going to talk about driving in Miami. Can you shut up for now? We're going to talk about driving in Miami. All right, so to my left we have Tarek Brothercrowd, the lead singer.
Good.
Back left we got James MF Haynes.
What's up?
Back on the right we got that Indian T-Train, Sebastian Taylor.
Indian T-Train.
All right, so we're gonna start talking about like their experiences driving to Miami because they're all Miami natives. I mean, Sebastian in the back, like he's an immigrant, but he immigrated pretty early. So let's get to it. I mean, how old were you guys when you guys first started driving here in Miami?
15.
15.
All of you guys are 15?
Well, we were 15.
All right, and how are you guys now?
17.
18.
Just turned 18.
All right, and what's the biggest challenge you guys have faced as new drivers here in Miami?
I wouldn't consider it a challenge.
A lot of women.
But a
lot of women.
A lot of women. Like every time like the women see me like drive, like it gets a little annoying.
Yeah,
you know?
The girls be like, "Oh, who's that?" And they be like,
"Yeah, exactly."
Shit, I be getting mad nervous. So like,
yeah.
Like, yo, chill out. So like,
nah, but all seriousness.
Paparazzi does get crazy.
Yeah, probably crazy. I think all seriousness though, I'd say the traffic. It's not a challenge, but it's very annoying. I don't like it.
That's true. I mean, you two live pretty far from here, so how long does it take you guys to get home every day?
about 45 minutes.
30, 45 minutes.
What about on a bad day? How long does that take you?
Bad day, you get up to hour 15. Depending on the traffic, but at this point, we've been making the drive for so many years that like,
you just kind of get used to it.
Yep.
Just want to know about any stories you guys have any crashing in Miami. You guys any had near-death experience, near crash experience?
Near death.
Yeah, I've crashed twice. Got pretty wicked.
Really?
I haven't crashed. And I don't plan on crashing either.
I mean, I don't think really anybody plans on it, you idiot. But yeah, keep going.
It's the whole point of an accident.
Because they weren't on.
I heard there's actually 175 accidents a day. And Sebastian,
really?
I've definitely heard you've attributed to that 175. Can I hear about your stories?
Well, it's more like the other driver's fault, but.
Well, everybody always says that. Am I right?
Well, wait till I tell you. So right here the other day, Coconut Grove. I was making my way back home from Leo's house. Car runs the stop sign, hits the front of my car.
That's it? That was kind of boring. All right. Have you guys ever driven in any cities? Tarek, I know you've driven in another country before. How was that?
I'd definitely say it's harder than driving here. Just because there's less rules and less enforcement of the rules.
Okay.
There's no police there,
Well,
unless you're in the main city, obviously.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
There's no way you can
different
disagree
countries.
with that.
I recently took a trip to Tokyo, Japan. They have crazy laws and rules.
All right, I'm talking about like third world countries, buddy.
All right, you said different countries, bro. We're not only talking about third.
All right, bro, we're gonna assume that Britain is gonna be very similar to right here, except for
All right,
the
I'm telling you.
Assume. You never know.
Tokyo's not similar to here, bro.
I went to Tokyo too, bro. It's kind of the same as here.
Actually, the big T-Train, I knew you started driving in a foreign country, not a third world country. So actually, I was looking at the study. So it's a source by Romano, Eduardo, and it says that in one study, a researcher found that recent immigrants to Miami felt overwhelmed by the driving experience. Seb, do you have an experience related to that fact?
Yeah, I mean, I only moved here 3 days ago, and it's been pretty crazy. I already got into 4 crashes.
That's pretty insane. I can't lie. Okay. That kind of just shows the tumultuous environment of the Miami driving experience.
Or that's just a terrible driver in general,
Well, he did learn to drive in a foreign country, so maybe he's not as used to driving on these roads as you are.
I don't think he's that good at driving in general.
So
maybe he didn't learn properly,
Let's not try to break up our band the day before our show.
You see, actually, you remind me of this kind of main character syndrome a lot of people talk about. In a source by James Leon, he compares driving on Miami to kind of like a warfare. The idea of this highway warfare. Does that sound like what Miami feels like driving to you?
No.
Really? Derek, you seem like a very confident driver. Let's let some other guys talk. James, do you think this Miami highway is kind of like a warfare?
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna take the highway to and from, practice. I definitely know the struggles of driving on the highway, and dare I say, it's pretty bad. You got people running in the emergency lanes, not giving a care. to other people's safety. You know, people cutting into them express lanes over the cones, you know, messing up their cars.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy out here. Dangerous world we live in.
All right, let's ask some more funny questions. If you could describe driving Miami with one word, what would that word be?
Crazy lit movie.
Crazy lit movie. That's more than one word.
Must see TV.
Must see TV.
That's
Crazy
3 words
lit
again.
movie. That's also 3 words. All right, let's keep this 3-word situation.
3 words?
Yep.
Not fast enough.
Not fast enough. There's the main character center we were talking about. All right. And what's the most ridiculous thing you've seen on the road?
Craziest thing I've seen on the road was a guy riding his bike down the opposite side of traffic on the highway.
That's crazy.
Was he dodging and weaving?
He was mad.
At cars?
That's all I got to say.
He was mad geeked. I don't really know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Me either.
I don't know either, but I'm guessing it's probably a big problem in Miami because you only seen in Miami.
That's
a lot
true.
of intoxicated drivers.
A source by Mariana Sanchez that states that teens that were found drinking and driving lacked a strong sense of community.
What?
Do you think that young teens in Miami feel pressured to drive under the influence?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
popular boy band like us,
Sure.
when you want to take a girl home after clubbing, you got to get back in the whip and drive.
No.
That's dangerous.
You don't take the car out in the first place.
You don't take the car in the first place, so we have 2 different experiences.
So how you get there?
The trusty app Uber.
I mean, it's also more aura when you drive.
Imagine pulling up to the club
Clear.
in my 2009 Toyota Camry.
You know, that's a nice car for
Hard.
you guys that don't know what that car is. So I feel like a young boy band like you needs to have the aura, as they say. So I feel like driving is a must for you.
I don't think so.
Can we define aura? Not really.
I think it's cooler to get driven around than to drive.
Not but the experience of driving though. Can't beat that.
Yeah, but that's like, bro, if you're going to the club, I think it's cooler to get dropped off in a nice blackout SUV than a drive.
I got to quote Tory Lanez from the song "Don't." If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Our boy Tori.
What does he say in that song?
If you know, you know.
Oh, we're good friends with Tori.
Something like
we're good friends with Tori.
left-handed steering.
Steering. Left hand is steering.
The right hand's kind of like gripping the thigh.
Okay. I'll let you guys ponder on that.
Lyrics from a song.
From a song from my boy Tori.
One of our friends.
So,
Yeah, one of our close friends.
all right, yeah, one of your close friends. I get it. I have way cooler friends than you guys. But have you guys ever felt peer pressured into driving under the influence? I mean, maybe you're out and about, you don't want to order Uber, your car's already there. Your friends are like, oh, we got to get home, but nobody wants to spend money. And you're the only one with a car, but you have been drinking. Has any experience like that ever happened to you?
I don't drink.
No,
because
because you don't put yourself in that position in the first place by taking the car out.
Yeah, but if you do take the car, no, I would never. It's illegal.
It's
Then
illegal.
you're being irresponsible.
This boy band seems to be pretty smart, pretty responsible with their choices. So since you guys are a boy band, let's see your music taste. What song describes your way of driving?
Shut Up and Drive by Rihanna.
Shut Up and Drive by Rihanna. Can you T-Train, what song do you feel relates to your driving
I
experience?
Hate Being Sober by Chief Keef.
Bearcat. You said Don't was the song you were thinking about?
I wanna give you back. Baby,
I say like a little Enter Sandman.
Now we have another question for you guys. Would you rather drive during Miami rush hour or face a math test?
It depends.
Drive during Miami rush hour.
It depends. Can you elaborate on that, Mr. Bearcat?
Hell.
How hard is the math test?
How hard is the math test? We're looking at Calc 2.
But hell, y'all take me.
And all you have is Vinyala's class to study.
Oh,
No, I'll just drive. It depends how bad the traffic is too. Who tooted?
You guys are obviously very irresponsible. All right, so let's get into some stuff. All right, do you guys feel safe driving in Miami?
Yeah,
hell yeah,
At
bro.
times.
I'm the best driver out here. And it's gonna be like that for a while.
I'm better.
What would you change about the driving culture in Miami?
Nothing. It's fun. I like driving fast.
More police.
Yeah, my car go fast.
Your car's not going fast.
Bro, Toyota Camry 0 to 60 about 12 seconds, bro.
In an article by Patricia Reaney, it says that Miami drivers are the rudest in the U.S. Do you guys agree with that statement?
Yeah.
I mean, so far being in the car.
Oh, you know what I do hate? That people.
Can you let me talk?
Sorry.
Being in the car with Tarek for the past 20 minutes, I actually feel due. Like Miami drivers are very rude.
Feel deal?
Me?
Feel deal now?
You think I'm a rude driver?
Let me get a
Very rude. All right, Tarek, elaborate on what you were about to say before I so very nicely cut you off.
For what I was gonna say.
It's about the Miami drivers are voted the
Oh
rudest.
yeah. I don't like when I'm. Cause I used to go to mass. Like we all used to go to mass, right?
You guys are 18 and 17, so you still would be
Oh no, we still go to mass, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes like the traffic is bad, so you have to like cut somebody off, right?
Yeah.
So you can get on school in time. Because if not, they send you go get a late pass. And so when you're trying to merge into the lane to turn into the school, they get very close to the car in front of them just so they don't let you go through. I hate that.
That's pretty mean. But again, you are
At the
also
same time,
cutting
I'm
off
cutting somebody
the
off.
entire lane.
But at the same time, like it doesn't really like I'm just one more car.
He is just one more car.
It's just
So it
too
doesn't really bother
normalized
them.
in Miami, bro. That's Miami for you, bro. Too normalized. You know what they say? If you got the cheaper or bigger car, you always gonna win. Why do you think the Camry always gets there on time, bro?
The opposite.
No, it's the cheaper.
I see a car I respect.
That's not true. If you see
Or I don't.
if you see a nicer car, you respect that car more.
Hell,
So
bro.
you let him go through.
I'm like, bro, hit
That's
me.
me.
Hit me, bro. I wish you would hit me, bro.
All right, and we have
I'ma collect
one
that
more
insurance
question
back,
to end this off. Has driving here made you a more aggressive or less aggressive driver?
Oh, 100p.
More aggressive.
100% more aggressive?
Very aggressive.
Push it, bro. Push it.
All right.
He fucking a coward.
To end this segment out, you want to play your new hit song? That song?